What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we have a battle submission from Ryan WCCFC bringing a double Fire Flyer backline, Talonflame and Charizard with a Whiscash lead. So a very unique and interesting ABB concept right here, so we'll have to see how well it does in a meta where there's lots of Bastiodons and Lanturns. Alright, getting into the first battle, we have Whiscash on the lead versus Medicham. Okay, so this is kind of a tough lead as, well, it's not tough anymore. They decide to swap out into Shadow Walrein. Now, I have my coffee. I have a double coffee this morning, double espresso, so I'm going to be sipping on that through these battles. But this matchup right here is very nice for them, especially I'm concerned about a potential Bastiodon in the back. Typically, if you safe swap something weak like this to fighters, that you probably have a Registeel, a Bastiodon, a Galarian, Stunfisk in the back. So we'll have to see how they handle it. Hopefully it's not Bastiodon because the other ones are much more manageable. But Whiscash in this situation chunked a good amount of health from the Shadow Walrein, and then we will see probably Talonflame. Yeah, Talonflame's going to come in and load up on energy. Now, this is the tough situation. Are you going to be shielding an Icicle Spear? Yeah, they're going to go ahead and shield, and while we do that, I'm going to sip my coffee. And it's not. It's a Drapion in the back, which is beautiful right here. So we will probably see a very solid, very satisfying sweep from a Charizard, which is honestly so much fun to watch. As we now will see a charge move come through. Probably going to be, I mean, it could have Aqua Tail. It is going to be the Aqua Tail that does a ton of damage, and now they can go for another Flame Charge here, and they might want to look to swap into Charizard right away because they do not want to get farmed down, which is exactly what they're doing. Unleash the Shadow Charizard, the winner as well. If you guys caught the 2023 European International Championships, Shadow Charizard was on that winning team, and for good reason. So we do see a Dragon Claw now coming through to take out the Drapion, and it's just going to be the Medicham in the back, and we will probably see an outpace to the charge move because this Charizard should be able to survive an Ice Punch. I think it would have survived an Ice Punch, but Blast Burn is going to be doing so much damage. Boom! One shots to the Medicham, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. All right, now, this is a, oh, they're living on dangerously. You guys can't see the battery. 5% battery up there, but they are charging, I believe. So, very close one, but this is a full battle submission. I believe it's two full sets, so we'll have to see how they go. All right, Whiscash into Stunfisk. All right, very positive matchup. Hopefully the safe swap from the opponent is something that they can lock down, and no, it is not. It's a Pelipper. This is now a very dangerous game. Granted, we will see some hard-hitting neutral damage here with both Weather Ball and Hurricane, but on the back end, with Charizard and Talonflame, you need to have shield advantage in order to win, and they do get that. So now they're going to swap the Charizard into the Pelipper. This is so dangerous. Oh, man. I don't even think they can survive a Weather Ball. They're going to be forced to shield right here. And this might be a situation where they go into the two shields, but no, they're going to go for Blast Burn right away. If this gets let through, I think it might be enough to KO. No, the Pelipper decides to shield, so now they have two shields gone. And Charizard, are you going to be shielding? No, they're going to go ahead and let it go. Boom! Down goes the Charizard. And this is so tough. They got to come back in with Whiscash, and this Pelipper might just beat this whole team, unfortunately. But do not count the Talonflame out. It can still do an incredible amount of damage. They just need to have the energy in order to do so, and they get to the Blizzard in time. This is perfect. They have to swap in the Talonflame right away, no matter what comes in, as you can see them spam clicking, and it's going to be a knockdown in the back. This is going to be an extremely close game, as they're going to be forced to go for the Flame Charge here, and also they have to no-shield the Sky Attack. It's so dangerous, but Rock Slide is the hardest hitting move left in this game. So they're going to have to... Oh, they go for the Brave Bird, but no, not in time, as the Sky Attack is going to be coming through. And I don't think they're going to be able to take this. Whiscash as well. Oh, and the opponent caught the charge move. That is so unfortunate. The Brave Bird right there. Not going to be able to do enough damage, but maybe this Flame Charge will. I still think they lose. The knockdown in the back is going to be able to farm down. They take out the Galarian Stunfisk anyways, and they surrender. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. That was a very tough one. A Pelipper safe swap. Who would have thought? Yeah, that was tough. All right, we're going to move into the next battle. And I'm going to sip on some more coffee. I'm sure a lot of you at home are watching this while drinking your own coffee. So cheers to that. Yeah, that's a tough one. As you can see, it had to be like a team effort in order to try to take down that Pelipper. They had to land a Blizzard. They had to land a Blast Burn. But ultimately, the play right there, they could have won that game is if the Noctowl didn't get that sack swap. All right, we got a Swampert here on the lead. So you got to stay in this matchup and hope that you can do very well in the back. Swamperts typically pair with something that can beat grass. So it could be another fire. It could be more commonly Noctowl or Skarmory. So we'll have to see, as a Hydro Cannon now is going to land for a good amount of neutral damage, and a Blizzard coming right back here from Whiscash. And this is what the Swampert has to look out for. It just does so much damage in the matchup, and they decide to let it go. That is beautiful here for Ryan, as they're going to go ahead and probably no-shield this Hydro Cannon. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and no-shield it, or the Earthquake. They no-shield the Earthquake. They're going to come in with Talonflame and load up on energy, and they do farm down. What is in the back? The water's off the field. It is going to be a Noctowl. Again, a very typical pairing right here. And we're going to see that Brave Bird early. This is very deadly. Trying to sneak through that extra damage. And hopefully, yeah, it does land. And now they can counter swap into Charizard to get a held on energy. Can safely shield this charge move as well. As something in the back might just be weak now to the Fire Flyer combo here. And it is going to be, once again, another Drapion. So something that could potentially win this game if it does have access to Aqua Tail. But Charizard is not something to sleep on, as they let a Dragon Claw through. That is such a dangerous call by the opponent, because now they can just spam Dragon Claws right here, as they will be getting shield number 1. Drapion is loading up on energy, and they're going to have, oh man, this is so tough. They're going to let it go. It is going to be a crunch, which is enough to take it down, but maybe they don't have Aqua Tail, so now this makes Talonflame a lot more viable. They can safely shield this charge move and look to farm down and then go for potentially double Flame Charge against the Noctowl. So they do get the farm down. Actually, they just might as well go for Fast Move. Oh no. They went for the Flame Charge here. I think one Fast Move would have been enough to take out the Noctowl, but one Flame Charge, or one Incinerate now will definitely be enough to take it out. So that is going to be a good game, very well played. So that got a little bit dangerous, but again, that's all depending on the moveset that you have on the Drapion. They opted to go for Sludge Bomb for a bit more coverage to something like an Alolan Ninetales, which is going to be very common, that can do well against Swampert and Noctowl. That Sludge Bomb gives you that added coverage. You don't necessarily need Aqua Tail because you have a Swampert paired with your team, which is why we saw the moveset that we did, but ultimately, that is also why the Double Fire Flyer was able to take that one. Alright, moving to the next battle. We have Whiscash versus Obstagoon. Okay, Obstagoon could get out of control here, and they decide to swap out into Charizard, which I think is a good swap, as they now draw in a Lanturn. And this is exactly what you want to do with a double Fire Flyer team. If you don't have an optimal lead, you need to bait out that counter to your, in this case, to the Talonflame with the Charizard, because now they can come in with Whiscash and really load up on energy and look to sweep with the Talonflame, because Lanturn might be the only real hard answer to a Fire Flyer, because typically we don't see double of those on a team, right? We will maybe only see one Noctowl or one Charizard on a team, and something a little bit more neutral on the safe swap like we've been seeing with Drapion. So they're going to go ahead and let these charge moves go through. This is a really good farm down right here, but they do need to be careful. Yeah, they're going to have to throw the Mud Bomb. They don't want to get hit with another Surf, and this is enough energy where they could potentially threaten on the back end here. And it's going to be a Trevenant in the back. They're going to go for a Mud Bomb for a shield bait, and now they're going to have to swap into Talonflame right away. They get a shield as well. No, they're going to stay in. Oh my goodness, they're trying to go for the Blizzard here to get shield number 2, as we might see a counter swap into Obstagoon potentially to catch the charge move. No, they're going to go ahead and go straight for the Blizzard now, looking to get the shield from Trevenant and then unleash the Talonflame. So here it comes. Talonflame going to be taking out, most likely, I'm just predicting here, the Trevenant and the Obstagoon, as they do shield a Seed Bomb. Trevenant now desperately trying to get to the charge move, and they hold it, which is very good for them, but they need to get to double Flame Charge right here. And this is going to be very critical, as Night Slash is going to do enough neutral damage where if they land another one, but they instead decide to go for the Brave Bird, and I think they have enough for a Flame Charge here. No, that's a beautiful undercharge. They should be able to farm down, and now they have a charge move ready to go for the Trevenant. It is going to be the Flame Charge. Yeah, the fact that they threw the Brave Bird, I'm like, I don't think they have two. But that is going to be a good game, very well played, and goes to show, right? You safe swap that Charizard. Yes, you have a losing matchup. Yes, that Lanturn just locks you down. But you unleash the Talonflame on the back end, which I have been preaching for years. If you guys have been watching my content, you guys know about how much I love the ABB line, which is you have two Pokemon in the back that have similar weaknesses. All right, so we have Bastiodon here on the lead and a safe swap into Wigglytuff. So this is actually going to be very entertaining as it looks to be a double charm or a Shadow Victory Bell in the back. And we're going to be seeing a pure destruction right here from this team. Now, unfortunately for me yesterday, when I ran the knocked out Chestnut Surfetched line, this kind of combination, the opponent's team, absolutely destroys me. There is nothing I can do. But in this situation, double fire in the back is going to be winning. So they're going to go ahead and shield as the Ice Beam is going to get blocked. Bastiodon is going to come in, and I don't think they can get to another Flame Charge in time. It's going to be close. Yeah, they're not going to get to it in time. Yeah, they're going to get smacked down, unfortunately. But Whiscash now in a very good position. We do see a swap into Shadow Victory Bell and lock it down with the Charizard. Get it out of here. Good game. We got Whiscash versus Bastiodon again. You'll love to see it. Safe swap a Grass or Fairy, please. Do it. Do it. There it is. There's the Metachamp. So they're going to come in with the Charizard right here. Really good opportunity to load up on energy and put a lot of pressure now on the Metachamp as a Dragon Claw here is likely going to be land. No, it gets a shield. Okay, Charizard can easily take this one and come out on the back end with a charge move ready to go for the Bastiodon as they decide to stop that Ice Punch. Now they can really load up on energy. They're actually going to go for the Blast Burn here to try to KO, and if the Metachamp shields once again, they're just going to get farmed down. So Blast Burn now takes it out. So unfortunately not able to have that extra energy on the back end like we were hoping for, but they do get farmed down anyways, and they come in with Whiscash right away and got to go for the Mud Bomb here to do super effective damage. And then we're going to see a swap out once again. It's all a matter of what is that final Pokemon going to be. If it's Pelipper, no, it's a Trevenant. Lock it down with the Talonflame. You love to see it as Flame Charge now is going to be putting pressure on that final shield. Incinerates are going to be shredding apart the tree as they let the Seed Bomb through as well. That was a huge read on them for the energy. And Flame Charge, yeah, this is such a good game. They're going to go ahead and get triple countered. And this is what I was saying earlier is these Bastiodon lead teams with double whatever in the back, they're extremely strong. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't know, there's something more satisfying about being a bit riskier with the double, and they're going for the Brave Bird against Bastiodon. You love to see it. There's something more satisfying about going for something more risky with the double fire flyer combination instead of the Bastiodon and then double whatever in the back line. So they're going to go ahead and easily survive this Stone Edge as Whiscash now is going to go for the Mud Bomb, and that's going to be a good game, very well played. So hopefully for this battler, they face off against more teams like this because this is free ELO right here as they do take it out. There's going to be a good game. I know a lot of you guys in the comments, you guys are like so worried, well, this team's weak to Lanturn, well, this team's weak to Swampert. It's like, sure, the backline, it does have that weakness, but that doesn't mean it can't take it out. So now Lanturn, as you see, this is a positive lead matchup. The opponent cannot stay into this. Surf is not going to do enough damage. These Mud Bombs are going to be adding up. Lanturn is not in a good position, so they're going to have to pivot out at some point, and hopefully this Whiscash can get a Mud Bomb down. And we see a swap into Ninetales. This is perfect, as we will see Talonflame now come in and shred it apart. Now, they have to be very careful about the damage from Weather Ball because, as you can see, Powder Snow actually did a lot right there. So we're going to see them look to go for a Flame Charge right away to put that shield pressure right back and then try to commit to the full farm down most likely. So they do get the shield, and now this is where Incinerates can really add up and they can safely shield and farm down, which is what they're looking to do. Oh man, no, they're going to go ahead and shield. I say don't risk it. That Weather Ball might just be enough. And, oh man, no, the Ninetales might just be able to, it survives. It survives this Weather Ball. Yeah, barely survives right there. Now they can go for a Brave Bird here. Both Brave Bird and Flame Charge are resisted, but it's better to go for that Brave Bird since you're boosted with Flame Charge as well. Look at how much damage. That was resisted. That did like 60%. Whiscash can come in and go ahead and go for double Mud Bomb now. This is looking like a good game. We'll have to see what that final Pokemon in the back is going to be, but it's likely something that's weak to a Flyer, and with Charizard still in the back, there's really not a lot that this Lanturn can do, or the Pokemon in the back can do. So let's see what it's going to be. No, it's going to be a Stunfisk, but that's a good game anyways. They would have lost to the Whiscash right there. All right. Moving into the next one. We will see. Well, yeah, like what I was saying earlier, if you have a weakness, that's okay. You have to leverage it. It's a team of 3 for a reason. You got to give the resources into the Talonflame on the back. Or in this case, Pelipper. Right? We saw how hard this Pokemon can be to face off against, and they basically have to land that Blizzard early, while also no shielding the charge moves here, because then they might have to rely on Charizard in order to take it down. So we're going to see a no shield on the Weather Ball, which is a good call right there, and now they're going to go ahead and go for Mud Bomb. So hopefully this gets shielded, otherwise this is going to be a very tough position for them. And it gets no shielded! Oh, that's painful to watch. They do get to the Blizzard, though, and hopefully this is not a Hurricane. Otherwise, this Pelipper. Oh, no, it's just a Weather Ball. Beautiful. Now they're going to go ahead and go for the Blizzard, and this is where a Pelipper might just shield. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully it goes through. It goes through. Beautiful. Now they can swap into Charizard to farm down, and in comes a Lanturn. Oh, this is very, very tough. Whatever is in the back is going to be extremely weak to Talonflame, because if you have double waters like right now, you likely need something to handle like grass and whatnot. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Trevenant maybe potentially, or if it's a Noctowl, as we will see the Dragon Claw now land, and they're going to go ahead and let the charge move go through, come in with Talonflame, load up on energy, give all the shields into Talonflame to win this game for you. But no, they're going to come in with Whiscash to try to farm down, forcing the final energy now from Lanturn. And now, all shields into Talonflame, all trust, all faith, all damage. Here we go. Pelipper might have a Weather Ball. I think it does, and it's very low on health, so 1 Incinerate should be able to take it. And let's see what it's going to be in the back. It's going to be a Galarian Stunfisk, so this is looking very, very good for them, as they're going to have to shield. But this is the troubling thing. There is a Pelipper with a Weather Ball, I believe, still in the back, as they're now going to go for Flame Charge. And this is a good call on this Flame Charge, because now the damage is going to be ramped up. You got to go for it early, so that if they try to swap, they're just going to get deleted right away. Oh, do you let the Weather Ball through? You have to let it go through. Rock Slide is going to be the harder hitting move, as they barely survive right there, and they farm down. Flame Charge now coming through. Galarian Stunfisk, 1 shield remaining. Mudshot is not going to be enough to take it out, and Talonflame is going to be taken. What a beautiful call right there. It just goes to show, just because you're weak to Pelipper and Lanturn and Galarian Stunfisk doesn't mean this team can't win. That was so fun to watch. And it all comes down to the strategy, the chess and the mind game of putting the shields in the right place in order to give yourself the best opportunity to win. You knew that Whiscash has to go down. It has to get resources from Pelipper. You knew that Charizard had to go down and get the Lanturn as low as possible. And then you got to trust with the team read. Pelipper and Lanturn, there's got to be something weak to fire in the back. Throw in the Talonflame, throw it in 2 shields, and it was able to take it right there. What a beautiful game right there, Ryan. So much fun. If you're sticking around at 20 minutes already, you just got a good game. That was a good one. All right, we got Whiscash now versus Ninetales on the lead. So we'll have to see if this is Charm or Powder Snow, and it is going to be Charm. So they're deciding to stay in, but this is also very, very tough, because what could be in the back is something weak to fighters. So this is a very dangerous situation if you're in this position, because there could be a Bastiodon lurking in the back. They're going to go ahead and swap into Charizard. There's the Bastiodon. We called it. Absolutely called it right there. And thankfully they can get to the Blast Burn in time. But this is what's beautiful about this team. It's an ABB line, meaning that you have double Fire Flyer in the back. You draw out that Bastiodon. Whiscash has loaded energy, so you can safely go for the double charge move right here. Actually, I think they might be able to just farm down. And then you got to unleash the Talonflame here in order to win. Yeah, they should be able to farm down. Perfect. Now, Switch Clock is not back up yet, but they need to go for these Mud Bombs to chip some damage. And then they got to trust in the Talonflame to sweep this game once again. No shield from the Ninetales. Another Mud Bomb coming through, trying to delay as much as possible. Switch Clock coming back up. Get ready for the hot swap. Ooh, get it? Yep, they got it right there. Talonflame now being unleashed, and it is a Medicham in the bag, and to perfection. The ABB line able to break apart this team, even though they faced off against both a Bastiodon in the back and a Alolan Ninetales on the lead. They can safely farm down right here, as the Alolan Ninetales really won't have enough damage to do anything on the back end, and that is looking to be a good game. Oh! Uh-oh. They got a no-shield. It's the Dynamic Punch. They do survive. And they go for double Flame. Oh, man. I would go for the fast moves here. You got to go for Incinerate now. You got to go for the fast move. Oh, they're going for double Flame Charge. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully they can survive the Charm right here. Hopefully they can survive. No, they can't! Oh, no! Oh, no. Okay. Oh, that's so tough. So in that position right there, there was a win con. There was a win con. Ryan, if you're watching this, you know it too. You're watching. You knew you're watching that. You can't go for double Flame Charge because that takes away a turn of your fast move. And in order to win that game, you needed to land one fast move with the Incinerate to take out the Alolan Ninetales. And even if it doesn't take it out and you can't get two Incinerates, your Mud Shot from Whiscash would have taken it. So for everyone watching, that was the correct call. A tough one right there in the moment, but ultimately, because of the fire typing on Talonflame, you can resist those charms. As we saw, they survived 2, and the third one took them out. So had they gone for the Incinerate, I think they would have won that game. Just go for the fast move. Don't worry about getting shields. So good battle either way. But Ryan, you had the right play all the way to the end. And, well, now you know. As we keep backing out, trying to get into a queue. Man, everyone's leaving Go Battle League. All right. This is going to be the final one. We got Whiscash versus Altaria here on the lead. So this is the beautiful thing about Whiscash, is you have that one-shot potential with Blizzard, and the opponent knows it. The opponent has to fear it. So it's a good opportunity to potentially get a shield bait as well. So first charge move coming through. They're likely just going to let it go. Okay, they decide to shield the Sky Attack. They want to try to get more pressure down with Whiscash, and they could be reading that maybe something in the back is weak to Whiscash as well, as they now decide to go for Mud Bomb, and a no shield from Altaria! That is so tough. They are so far behind. They got to go for another Mud Bomb here to try to get a shield and try to get an energy even back, and they do get the shield there. So Altaria now in a good position. But Whiscash can ultimately survive this next Sky Attack, as it's not going to do too much damage, and they can now get to the Blizzard safely to get 2 shields from the opponent. And if they do get the shield, they have to swap out right away into Charizard. They cannot get farmed down. They do get the shield. They instead decide to go into Talonflame, maybe a misclick or maybe just a call on their end that they want to have Charizard with Dragon Claw in the back, as they will now let this next Sky Attack go through, as Altaria is shredding apart this team. And it's a Toxicroak in the back! Oh! What is in the back that they are weak to? Clearly, Charizard is going to be... Boom! One shot's the Toxicroak. It's going to be a Meganium in the back. Charizard is going to be taking this one, as Meganium desperately trying to get to a charge move to take out the Talonflame. And this is what's beautiful about Charizard, is its moveset. It has Wing Attack for high energy gain. It has Dragon Claw for a lot of neutral damage in the meta, and super effective against Altaria, and has that Blast Burn for the Meganium. So they're going to let this charge move go through, as Frenzy Plant is not the hardest hitting move left in this game. They can safely go for the full farm. Oh, they do a sack swap at the last battle to catch the Frenzy Plant. What a flex right there. And now we will see the Dragon Claws be unleashed from the dragon that wish it was a dragon against this Altaria, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. What a beautiful final game right there. It wasn't something I was expecting, but I'm glad we were here to see it, as Charizard now is going to be taking it, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Shout out to Ryan WCCFC for sharing these battles with us. A really fun strategy, going 8-2 as we saw right here, going straight through. And honestly, that could have been a 9-1 run had they gone for that fast move instead of the double Flame Charge with Talonflame. it would have been a 9-1 run. That is beautiful. So huge congrats to Ryan. This was a really fun team to watch in Shoutcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.